Now, if you're listening to this, you have selected the red pill to listen to. The red pill is pretty much exposing the truth of what's really happening in the world. Like, it's like the real truth about COVID, everything that we've been told by the government that seems to be a little off. I'll go over stuff like COVID, anything to do with the governments, any secrets they are trying to hide. UN, Agenda 2030, Event 201, the global elites, even how 5G is a weapon, and how World War III. It's not going to be the way we think it's going to be. My podcast will probably get banned soon anyway, so welcome for the long ride that could be ages. Anyway, this episode, it's just going to be about a little about myself and what are my opinions and the sort of stuff I know, which would send some people crazy. I get a lot of crap from people everywhere, on my Instagram, at school, all that sort of stuff, all because I'm trying to expose the truth, the literal truth that's right in front of everyone, but people say it's fake, but it's not. I'll explain how 9/11 was an inside job done by the US government to try and fool us all, and we all got fooled. We were all fooled. I wasn't even born then, but just looking at it, the one thing I like to look at with 9/11 is how did two buildings just fall into a neat, nice pile. No other building was damaged in that attack. It was only the Twin Towers. Second of all, why did it fall into a nice, neat pile? The only way that buildings fall into a nice, neat pile would be in demolitions. So that's sort of what I'm going to talk about, debunk some of these conspiracy theories that might actually turn out to be true, but the government says it's a conspiracy. Anything to do with coronavirus or SARS-CoV-2 is all bullshit. This pandemic, it doesn't even deserve the name pandemic. It's a pandemic caused to incite fear to everyone and show who's really in control, with mandates, with mask wearing, scaring people with media. The media are just full of shit, but everyone still believes them because people think it's a trusted news source. No, it's not. 90% of what they tell us is a lie. 10% is truth. Take that into account. Whereas I'm not going to be telling lies. I'm just going to be telling you the truth. And then people will go and rant on that I'm wrong, call me crazy, and stuff like that. But I don't give a shit anymore, because once you've seen what I've seen, you just don't look at everything like you used to. Like, here in Victoria, we've suffered a lot of lockdowns, and those lockdowns were harsh, very harsh, unfair, unjust. And what? Daniel Andrews just sat and was able to go to work every day, but as us people, we had to stay home. Our chief health officer, or whatever his name, Sutton, I don't give a shit about saying his name right, but Sutton, he got to go to a thing in Canberra. We were still not allowed to travel more than 10 kilometers. These politicians set rules for themselves and the people, but they don't follow them. We need more people that are willing to set the rules, like politicians that will set the rules and follow them like everyone else. That they're not on top or above. But no, you'll never get anything like this because our government is corrupt. Every government is. In today's events are just fucking, it's all bullshit. You look at it. Did the lockdowns actually work? No. How many people ended up killing themselves? 530. But the government won't tell you this shit. No one will. So you have to be honest, and I'll be explaining all of this. But this episode I won't get into any full stuff. I'm just here to say welcome to my podcast, and you're in for a long trip. Warning that this stuff does not get any easier. I'm young and already see a lot of what half these adults that know what's going on, but actually they're just the fools. I am a full red flagger. I support the group people who use the red Australian flag. I fully support them. My Instagram is red.pill1984. The reason why I chose the red pill for this podcast and my Instagram and my YouTube channel is because it revolves around the Matrix question. The blue pill, you stay asleep and you don't see the truth and you just live your ordinary life. You just live as a normal human. Or you can take the red pill and see how far this rabbit hole goes. This rabbit hole goes so deep it dates back centuries. Probably dates back to all the way to the Crusades, that far back. And if we could turn back time to try and stop some of these monstrous people from causing this pandemic or these viruses and outbreaks that happened in the past. We're all just testers to see how gullible people are. But I'm not gonna rag on too much on this today. I'll get into that in a later episode. But today, the basic things I'm gonna be telling you is pretty much what I'm gonna be telling you is nothing but the truth. I swear on that one. I'll be going over stuff like you need to understand that what I will be telling you, people will say to you, no, this person's wrong, he's fake, he's just doing it to get views, trying to get money and trying to corrupt your point of view. No, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this for fun, to try and wake people up, to show you what's really happening, and to fight for what's right in your mind. I can only tell you what's going on. It is you who decides if you're going to listen and fight with us. This stuff, it gets very, very scary. As long as if there's someone trying to expose it and fight this. But we all win. People shouldn't be afraid of their government. The government should be afraid of their people. And that is so true. Because we have the power to vote them in and vote them out. They think they can walk all over us and do whatever they want. No. People don't forget. And with people like Scott Morrison, Daniel Andrews, all these morons that are in power right now in Australia, they should be fucking removed. And so that some new people can take charge. Because all they've done is cause chaos in this country. Our Prime Minister left us during a bad bushfire season to go to Hawaii. Like, what the F? And I'm sorry if I swear a lot, but why? Ditch your own people just to go to Hawaii? That's far. Or another thing, at the Canberra protest, using sonic weapons on your own people just because they don't agree with you, just because they're protesting something that's totally allowed to be protested, that is unjust, using sonic weapons, making people sick, that's just a little bitch move to you do. We have rights, and you, Scott Morrison, have violated them. There's a lot of people trying to explain the truth, but we get shut down by all you morons that don't believe it, that believe the government's narrative is right, believe that we're spreading rumors and false information. No, we're not. We're trying to explain the truth so that you guys, we can make this world a better place for the future, for the next generation, so that if I decide to have kids in a family, that they'll get the same rights as I did and not have to suffer lockdowns like what I've been through. Because what they've done is wrong and they should be held accountable. So if you like what you hear, please pay attention to when I upload and just watch for the truth. Please like and subscribe for more episodes, and may the truth be with you.